Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to my hobby blog. Today I'm very excited to be talking about Thriller Bark and also Sabaody Archipelago arcs from One Piece. So I've been watching a lot of One Piece the last 2 weeks. I haven't done a One Piece video in a couple weeks. So I wanted to do a video just on Thriller Bark, but I realized I didn't have much to say about Thriller Bark because although I really loved the setting of it, I loved the majority of the characters, especially Brooke. I was really underwhelmed by the story in it. I think Brooks' part was my absolutely favorite part of it, and his connection with Laboon the Whale, who we got really early in the series, but I was so in love with all of the zombies and skeletons and just spooky atmosphere that Thriller Bark had. And that was absolutely my favorite arc for that because I love zombies and skeletons. I'm a old school fantasy type of fan as well as a fan of, I guess, modern fantasy. And I just love seeing skeletons and zombies in One Piece. That was so much fun. And also the giant Oars, who sort of absorbs Luffy's shadow and then takes on some of his personality, was so much fun. I really enjoyed Oars. I thought he was just my favorite character of this arc. He was just so much fun. And I just really enjoyed it. I think Brooke, again, was my favorite part, though, because he has such a rich history, because he's been around for about 300 years. He died with his pirate crew and had eaten the resurrection fruit and basically came back alive and has been just drifting on sea for the longest time, and he's not allowed to be in the sun, and he entertains himself by playing music. And I'm a big music lover, so I was really excited to see this character because I'd seen images of him before playing his guitar, but I had no idea that, music would be such a central aspect to his character. Because we hear about Laboon and how he wants to hear his pirate friend's song again, and we don't hear that song really at all in its entirety throughout the entire show until this arc. And I loved it. I absolutely loved everything with Brooke and Laboon. And Binks's Brew is the name of the song. I was very happy, actually, because I'm a big Clone Hero player and appreciator for Guitar Hero and Rock Band and all those games. But somebody, I don't know who, but somebody went in and actually put that song into Clone Hero. And so it was so much fun to play that on Clone Hero. But that song was it was such a catharsis, I think, for me, because I was so sad for Laboon. And I'm very confident that I talked about this when I met Laboon, but I was like, I know we're going to get this wrapped up at some point, and I'm very much looking forward to it, but my impression was that I was not going to enjoy it for some reason. I thought I would just hate the pirates who left Laboon. I thought there was no excuses for leaving him. I realize now that I did not have the complete picture because they were unable to come back because they all died. So, except for Brooke. And now he has joined Luffy's crew, and I just love it. I'm so happy he is in the crew now. There's a lot more songs being sung now, and I just love it. It's just so much fun. And I will say that I didn't really enjoy any other part of Thriller Bark that was outside of Luffy and Brooke and Oz, because Nami is having to deal with this character named Absalom, who is trying to marry her. And we have this character named Kokoro, who I actually really like. She's a mermaid from Fishman Island, who we haven't gone to that location yet. So I'm very interested to get there soon. Because now that I finished Sabaody, I'm on Impel Down. And I think I have just a few more episodes until that. So I'm very excited to get to Fishman Island eventually. But I did not care at all about the wedding stuff. I didn't care about Absalom. Kokoro I enjoyed because I know one day we're going to Fishman Island. So I was just excited for the tease to sort of get more information about Fishman Island. But yeah, I just really enjoyed Thriller Bark. But we also, in Sabaody, the first 4 episodes, I was not really that big of a fan of, I'll be honest, because we're dealing with this character named Duval, who is actually the real guy, or the real face, of Sanji's bounty. Because on Sanji's bounty, everyone was like, oh my gosh, Sanji, you're so ugly. Like, how could you be so ugly? And it ends up that whoever the artist was doing the bounties mixed the people up and drew this other guy. And this guy shows up and is like, you asshole, you have been making my life so hard. Like, how dare you? That's my face. That's like, you are not Sanji. Or, I am not Sanji. Why am I being the one hunted? So they fight, and that just sort of withers away because they see eye to eye, and they talk about meeting later, and I'm like, I don't care. I just don't care about this character. But after that, we go to this mangrove island, which has a lot of sort of numbered islands. So it's sort of like Water 7, where it has like Water 1, Water 2, I believe. And then they would, like, they have all these bridges connecting all these different mangrove islands. And it's really cool. I really enjoyed the setting of it. We get a lot of lore in this section, which I really, really enjoyed. And I was absolutely a fan of it, with all the celestial dragons and how just evil they are, and how they're taking part in like a slave trade. And yeah, these people are awful. I did not like the celestial dragons. I thought they were just really annoying. But I really enjoyed the fighting between Luffy, Kid, who is one of the new characters we meet. And we also meet, trying to find the name, Law, who is another devil fruit user, just like Kid and Luffy. And they all team up, and then they go fight the celestial dragons, which was a lot of fun. And Luffy actually had to run away because he's not powerful enough. But during this time, we also meet a character by the name of Silvers Rayleigh. I hope I said that right. But I love this character. I am absolutely a fan of him. He was Gold D. Rogers' right-hand man. He is super old. He is apparently under prisoner and being sold into the slave trade. No one knows who he is. And our characters start to talk to him, and you get the sense that there's so much more to this character. And then he reveals that he used to be in Goldie Rogers' crew. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, this, we're finally getting like so much more information about the reality surrounding Goldie Roger, because there's so much like mysticism and just this legendary status given to Goldie Roger. And it's so fun to hear about him through his own crewmates, because we haven't really gotten that. And I just love it. He is so powerful. He just has like so much fascinating lore that he talks about to like Nami and Nika Robin. And then Nika Robin, while they're talking, she's like, oh yeah, the poneglyphs I've been researching, they mention Goldie Roger. And everybody's minds just explode. And so did mine, because I'm like, what? I'm like, what are these poneglyphs? Like, I mean, I know they are talking about this great big weapon, this great big ship that the world government does not want created. But, like, why is Goldie Roger part of this legend unless he's the one destined to create this ship? And that's what I'm wondering about, is did he actually create this ship secretly, and is, like, Luffy one day going to find it? And I would love to see that. That would be so much fun. But we have Warlord Kuma, who comes back because he hears about Luffy and everyone else basically talking shit on the Celestial Dragon, whose name is Roswald, I believe. Roswald and Sharia are the two Celestial Dragons that we meet. Roswald, like, rides on the back of this guy who's, like, crawling on his hands and, like, feet or whatever. Like, not on his hands and knees crawling, but, like, I don't know. It's just, the visual of it is so, like, interesting and fascinating, because you're like, this is so, like, impractical to travel this way. This big guy, this big fat celestial dragon, who is just riding on this really just strong prisoner, and he's just crawling along and they're whipping him, and it's just awful. Like, I have no idea, like, how all of these systems have to be broken down, because that's Luffy's job, I feel like, is to bring justice to everybody who has ever been persecuted, because that's such a major theme to the series. And just seeing that visual just really hits at you and really makes you root for everybody to basically free the entire island. But you just know how hard that's going to be because of how powerful these characters are. And Luffy and Nami and everyone else are not to that level yet, and we'll get there because it comes to a head, all of that. But I just really love all of the different characters that we meet in Sabaody. It was so much fun. Warlord Kuma comes up and is like, hey, you guys have been fighting up on a celestial dragon. I need to teach you guys a lesson. And so he starts killing off each and every member of the crew. He kills off Nami, he kills off Nico Robin, Sanji, Zoro, Chopper, like, everybody. And I hate to say this, but I don't believe they're dead. I obviously know there's like 600 more episodes after this, or 700 episodes. So I know they're going to come back, but the fact that this arc ends on Luffy, like, breaking down and sobbing and being at his lowest was such a different and awesome, like, twist, in my opinion. I had no idea that we were going to end Sabaody this way, because the next arc is Impel Down, which I know is the jail that Ace is at, and he's about to be executed. So Luffy is on the way, I think, to Impel Down to go rescue Ace. And I'm hoping that Kuma actually didn't kill everybody and was actually just teleporting people, because you see on his paw, he has, like, I guess, little paw prints or whatever, where I am predicting or theorizing that he is able to teleport people back to, like, Impel Down or something. So, like, people who have a bounty, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the mechanics. But that's my theory right now, is that he actually just teleported people. But, one fun thing is that we get this character named Kizaru, who is, this light fruit guy. So he's literally made of light. He regenerates himself because one of the characters blows him up. Like, half of his body just blows up, and it's just his legs, and you think he's dead, but then he just starts regenerating, and this awesome effect on his body was like a gold outline going up his body, and he's cut back, And he's like, yeah, sorry, that's not gonna work. And he works with Kuma to slowly kill everybody. And it's such a shock. But, we get the first ancient zone type fruit, and it's a dinosaur. So I was really excited to see that. I hope we get more with that, but we shall see. And we also get this devil fruit guy, which I did not write the name of, but he's like a musical instrument fruit guy because his teeth are keyboards, his arms like a violin, and like all this different instruments are on his body. So he is literally a one-man band, and I love that. I just love that concept. I love the sort of joke surrounding his character that he is a one-man band. Like, it's so much fun. I love One Piece. It's obviously my comfort blanket. Like, One Piece is what gives me the most happiness in my life nowadays, and I'm so excited to continue on. I have no idea where we're headed. I was not expecting everyone to be killed like that. That was just such a fun twist for me. I am so excited to see how Luffy is going to get past this, because this is definitely his lowest in terms of his journey, and I love it. I don't know. It is so much fun. But yeah, I don't know when I will be able to finish the arc for Impel Down. I know it's 11 episodes, I believe, but I should be finishing it. And then I want to do the arc after that together as well, just like I did for this one, for this video. So I will see you all after those arcs, and I really, really hope that the crew comes back before then, because I don't know what I'm going to do if it's still just Luffy by the end of those 2 arcs. I hope the crew comes back soon. I miss them.